C2. We are selecting 2 persons out of 3 persons. That is 3C2. 3C2 is nothing but 3. So what are the combinations? Arun and Sriram, Sriram and Kannan, Arun and Kannan. That's all. Arun and Sriram, Sriram and Arun, both will be same because of group, because of selection. Similarly, suppose I have one word ask. Suppose I have to arrange two words out of the two letter words out of these 3 letter words. Okay. So now here AS is different from SA. AS is different from SA. This is AS is one word. SA is different from AS. So here the order is there. So therefore here is we are selecting 3P2. 3P2 is nothing but 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 2 factorial. Therefore 6 ways we can write. 6 ways we can write. So AS, SA, AK, SK, KA, KS like that. Okay. So this is the difference. So the combination has no. Sorry, here is permutation. This is permutation. This is combination. This is combination. Okay. So this is combination. This is permutation. So permutation has order. Permutation has order. Combination has no order. Okay. So this is the major difference. Okay. So then we will discuss the problems one by one. Problem number 1. In how many ways can 8 Indian, 4 American, and 4 Englishmen can be seated in a row. So that all the persons in the same nationality sit together. Okay. In how many ways? There are 8 Indians, 4 Americans, and 4 Englishmen. So they have to sit in a row so that all the persons in the same nationality sit together. Okay. First of all, you have to consider that 8 Indians are considered as one letter. This is also one letter. This is also considered as one letter or something like that. 1. So therefore, these 3 can be arranged in a row is nothing but 3 factorial. So therefore, Indian, American, Englishman, they can sit in 3 ways, the 3 factorial ways. Then within the Indians, they can arrange themselves in 8 factorial ways. But they will sit together. But they can change themselves. So therefore 8 factorial. Similarly, here is 4 factorial. Then again here is 4 factorial. So therefore 3 factorial, 8 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 factorial ways they can sit in the row. Okay. The second question is, how many permutations of letter of the word apple are there? Actually, now we will see that ask is a word. There are three letter word. The three letters are different. So we can arrange these three letters out of the three letters. That means 3 suppose. That means what? We are arranging three letters out of these three letters is equivalently how many three letter words can be formed out of the word ask. Both the things are same. So therefore 3p3 in the sense 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 3, that is 0 factorial. Therefore again 3 factorial. So hereafter, suppose the word consisting of n numbers, the n are different. The n are different. So the number of possible ways is, generally you can say that this is n factorial. If it is 3 factorial, if it is 3 numbers, 3 factorial. If it is 4 distinct numbers, 4 factorial. The reason is we are arranging three letters out of this about us three letters. Understood? So therefore n factorial. Suppose this is the word DOSS, DOS. So here there are 4 letter word. Here 2 letters are same. In this case, what you do is you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to write 4 factorial divided by each letter. D repeats one time, therefore 1 factorial divided by 0 appears one time, therefore 1 factorial. S appears 2 times, therefore 2 factorial. So this is the concept. Usually we will not write 1 factorial on 1 factorial, therefore there is no change in the result. Okay. Similarly, here there are 5 letter word apple. So therefore I can take 5 factorial. So p only repeats 2 times. P only repeats 2 times. Therefore 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 5 factorial is 120 divided by 2. Therefore the answer is 60. The answer is 60. So this is the basic one. You can take many number of sums in this model, and you have to work it out. Then you will be familiar with this. I'm telling you another thing also. How many ways the word Mississippi, the common word, the word Mississippi can be arranged? How many ways the word Mississippi can be arranged? So what you do is, you have to count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So therefore you have to take 11 factorial divided by M appears 1 time, therefore 1 factorial, no need to write. I appears 4 times, therefore 4 factorial. S appears again 4 times, again 4 factorial. So each letter you have to count and write. And P, M, I, S, P repeats 2 times, therefore 2 factorial. So this is the way. Okay. So all the things are, suppose I am arranging in a row. The next question is, how many 4-letter words? How many 4-letter words? How many 4-letter words with or without meaning with or without meaning can be formed out of the letters of the word logarithm. Okay, logarithms. If repetition of letters if the repetition of letters is not allowed. Logarithm, what is that? How many? Actually, this is how many 4-letter words with or without meaning can be formed out of the letters of the word logarithms. So totally, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Therefore, this is 9 factor. There are totally 9 letters. They are going to arrange 4-letter words. So therefore 9P4 we have to take 2, 4, 6, 8 logarithms. Suppose if you add A here, there will be a 10-letter word. So therefore this is 10P4. Okay. So you have to count the letters. We are going to arrange 4-letter words out of this 10-letter word. Very simple. This question says that we have to arrange 4-letter words out of 10-letter words. The answer is 10P4. The answer is 10P4. All are distinct letters. All the things are distinct. But 10P4 means the distinct object. The 4 distinct objects can be arranged from the 10 distinct objects. Okay. So therefore this is the case. Therefore answer is 10P4. 10P4 is equal to 10 factorial divided by 10 minus 4 factorial is 6 factorial. Okay. So if you calculate this, you will be getting 5040. You will be getting 5040. Out of 4-letter, how many ways that word can be arranged means simply I can write 10 factorial. That's all. The next question is, in how many ways can 10 examinations paper examination papers be arranged so that the best and the worst papers never come together. Okay. First thing, the best and worst paper always come together. What will happen? Without any condition, what are the number of ways we can take? Then what are the how many number of ways that best and worst papers never come together? Best and worst paper never come together. Without any condition, there are 10 examination papers. So we can arrange this in 10 factorial ways without any condition. We have 10 examination papers we have. About 10 factorial ways we can arrange. So here the arrangements which certain number of arrangements which have the best and worst papers come together. Some certain number of arrangements, the best and worst cases never come together. All belong to this 10 factorial. All belong to this 10 factorial. Okay. So this 10 factorial can be divided into two parts. We can suppose we know that how many arrangements with the worst and best papers come together. Suppose we know that how many arrangements are there which have the worst and best papers come together. We know, suppose we know that here definitely certain number of arrangements definitely that will not have the best and worst papers come together. So always will not come together. Okay. So therefore, what I am going to do is, this is without any condition. There are 10 factorial arrangements is there, in which best and worst paper come together also is there. Best and worst paper never come together also is there. Okay. So now I am going to find out the number of ways the best and worst papers come together. I want to find out. Okay. So there are 10 papers. I am taking the two papers. Best and worst paper, two papers I am taking it. Best and worst paper. I am considering this will come together. I am going to considering this come together, so that I am considering this as a one letter. One letter. So therefore, 10 minus 2, therefore 8 letters are there. Remaining 8 question papers are there. The 2 question papers considered as 1. Therefore 8 plus 1, totally 9 question papers are there. So therefore, how many ways the question papers can be arranged with the best and worst paper come together is equal to 9 factorial is equal to 9 factorial. And one more thing you have to find out, this always come together, but in which they can change themselves. Understood? So therefore, again there are two possibilities. What are the possibilities? There are 2 letter words, 2 factorial ways they can change themselves. So therefore, again this is 2 factorial ways. So therefore, here there are total arrangements are there, with come together, without come together. Understood? Simply I am saying. Here with come together, with two best and worst come together is this. So therefore, automatically the best and the worst paper never come together is equal to the number of ways. The 10 question papers can be arranged so that the best and worst paper never come together. Never come together is equal to 10 factorial minus come together is 9 factorial into 2 factorial. If you subtract it, you will be getting the number of ways the number of question papers can be arranged that with the best and worst papers never come together. That means this is 10 factorial, therefore 10 into 9 factorial minus 9 factorial into 2 factorial. So therefore you have to take out 9 factorial. Therefore 10 minus 2 factorial is 2. So therefore the answer is 8 into 9 factorial. The answer is 8 into 9 factorial. Clear? The next question is in how many ways four boys and three girls can be seated in a row so that they are alternate. Here there are four boys and three girls. Okay, four boys and three girls. So definitely they should be alternate. They should sit in alternate. So therefore, if start with boy, then G1, then G2, then G3. This will be the arrangement. If start with girl, again you will be getting suppose B1, G2, B2, G3, B3, then one more boy is there. So that definitely the boy will not come here. The boy definitely will come here. Okay. So therefore, okay. So this is B1. This is B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay. So therefore, anyway, this will be the arrangement. So therefore, the girls definitely will be sitting in the three places. Boys definitely will be sitting in the four places. So therefore, the number of ways the girls are sitting is 3 factorial ways. The boys are sitting in 4 factorial ways. Very simple. Okay. So this is 3 factorial. This is 4 factorial. And now because the three girls are arranging in 3 factorial, 4 boys are arranging in 4 factorial. So therefore, the answer is 3 factorial into 4 factorial, 6 into 24. Therefore, the answer is 144. Okay. So this is the way. The next question is, a question paper consists of two parts, A and B. Okay, each containing 10 questions. Each containing 10 questions. If a student has to choose 8 questions from part A and 5 questions from part B. Okay, in how many ways? Can he choose the questions? Okay. So part A there are 10 questions. Part B again there are 10 questions. So we have to write 8 questions from part A. Okay, 8 questions from part A. 5 questions from part B. Okay. So we are selecting 8 questions out of 10 questions because question has no order. Question 1 and 2 are the same as question 2 and 1. Okay. So therefore, we have to select 8 questions out of 10 questions. Therefore, 10C8 into 10C8 into, so similarly we can say we can select 5 questions out of 10 questions, therefore 10C5. Therefore 10C5. 10C8 into 10C5. Okay. So 10C from 5 questions. Okay. 10C5. So therefore whatever the value you get, that will be the answer. Okay. 10C8 into 10C5. Okay, so therefore you will be getting around 10C8 in the sense. So 10C8 is equal to 10C2. 10C8 is equal to 10C2. Equidistance coefficients are equal. So 10C2 is nothing but 10 into 9 divided by 1 into 2. So therefore 45. This is 45. Here 10C5 is nothing but 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6. Okay, divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. If you simplify it, you will be getting 11340. If you simplify it, you simplifying, you will be getting 11340. This will be the answer. You should know the concept. What is the concept? Calculation is different. The concept is what? 10C8 into 10C5. Okay. Then the question number 7 is, find the number of triangles which can be formed by joining the angular points of a polygon of 8 points as vertices. Okay. Find the number of triangles which can be formed by joining the angular points of a polygon of 8 points. Polygon of 8 points in the sense. Okay. So something like that. Or something like that. So polygon is nothing but, suppose the polygon is polygon with 8 points means octagon. Polygon with 5 points means pentagon. So something like that. So there will be 8 points: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, something like that. All the sides are equal. Okay. Here you consider all the points are vertices. The question is, find the number of triangles can be formed. For each triangle, we need 3 points. So for every 3 points, see that every 3 points we can have one triangle. So therefore, here no order. P1, P2, P3, we will have one triangle. P2, P1, P3 are the same triangle only we will have. So therefore no order here. So there totally 8 points. We need 3 points to form a triangle. Okay. So therefore, how many 3 points will be selected out of 8 points? How many 3 points can be selected out of 8 points? Therefore, 8C3 is the answer. 8C3 is the answer. 8C3 is the answer. Okay. So therefore, 8C3 is equal to 56. 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 1 into 2 into 3. So 6 cancelled. Therefore, 56. So in this type of problem, sometimes they may ask how many diagonals can be drawn. How many diagonals can be drawn? Okay, so this is a very interesting thing one. So for drawing one diagonal, we need 2 points. We need 2 points. So suddenly we can take 8C2. Suddenly we can take 8C2, but this P1, P2. This P1, P8 also includes this. This P1, P2 also includes this. But this will not be a diagonal. This will not be a diagonal. So therefore, we have to subtract it. This line, this line, this line, this line. We have to subtract it. So therefore, there are 8 points. Therefore, 8 sides are there. Definitely, in this 8C2, that all sides also included in that. But we have to subtract. Therefore, minus 8. This is most important. The question is, how many diagonals can be drawn? How many diagonals can be drawn out of the polygon with 8 points? The answer is 8C2 minus 8. Generally, we can write NCR or something NCR minus N. NCR minus N. NC2 because of diagonal NC2 minus N. So this is the general formula for calculating the diagonals from the polygon. Calculating the diagonals from the polygon. The next question is, there are 10 points in a plane. There are 10 points in a plane. There are 10 points in a plane, out of which 4 are collinear. 4 are collinear. Okay. Find the number of triangles. Find the number of triangles formed by the points as vertices. Here, plane, the board is a plane. Suppose we have 10 points here. Suppose we have 10 points here without any condition. How many triangles shall we make? For each 3 points, we will have a triangle. So far, out of these 10 points, if we select 3 points, you will be getting one triangle. So therefore 10C3 triangles you can get it. Out of 10 points, no points are in collinear in the sense the points lie in a straight line. That is called collinear. Suppose all the points are distinct. No points lies in a straight line. So the answer is 10C3. Now, of which 4 points are collinear. 4 points are collinear in the sense 4 points lie in a straight line. So, out of these 4 points, if we select 3 points, we will not be getting a triangle. Then after all the points, this point, all other points, except these 4 points, you will be getting a triangle. So therefore, we have to subtract the triangle formed by these 4 points. We have to subtract the number of triangles. Formed by these 4 points. Because the number of triangles is 0. So therefore 10C3 minus, so here 4C3, 10C3 minus 4C3. So therefore, suppose if we suppose we did not subtract this, what will happen? That all the triangles will be all the triangles will be. If subtract it, the 4 points are okay. So therefore, this is equal to 10C3 minus 4C3. So therefore, you will be getting 116. If you calculate it, you will be getting 116. So 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 minus 4C3 is again 4. 4C3 is again 4. So therefore, 120 minus 4, therefore 116. 120 minus 4, therefore 116. Okay. Collinear means the points lie in a straight line. Next question is, this is also important. In a party, every person shakes hands with every other person. Every person shakes hands with every other person if there are 105 handshakes. 105 handshakes. Find the number of persons in the party. Find the number of persons in the party. Okay. Here, in general, suppose we are attending a party. There are 10 members. Each member shakes hands with others. Each member shakes hands with others. How many hands shaken will be taken place? This is the question number 1. So each handshake requires 2 persons. 2 persons. Okay. For each handshake requires 2 persons. Here is no order. So A shakes hands with B is equal to B shakes hands with A. AB is equal to B. Therefore, no order. Therefore, definitely this combination. For each handshake we require 2 persons. Totally, how many persons are there? Suppose there are 10 persons. Suppose there are 10 persons in a party. So therefore, the number of hands taken will be taken place is 10C2. If you take 2% out of 10%, you will be getting 1 handshake. If you take another 2% from out of this 10%, another handshake. So how many possible ways we can select these 2 persons out of 10% is this. So this is nothing but 10 into 9 divided by 2. So therefore 45. So in a party, there are 10 members, each shakes hands with others. Totally, there are 45 hands shaken will be taken place. Okay, but here the question is, instead of 45, they have given 105 hands taken place. Okay, so therefore, what will be the number? How many persons are attending the party? This is the question. Okay. In general, there are n persons, therefore n C2. Out of n persons, we are selecting 2 persons per hand. Okay. So therefore, NC2 is nothing but this is equal to 105. NC2 is 105. NC2 is nothing but what? N into n minus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to NC2. N into n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 105. Therefore, n into n minus 1 is equal to 210. 210. Here you can get n from this equation, x square minus 2n. So it is very easy to find n. The product of two numbers is equal to 210. Again, you can find what is the square number nearest to 210. You have to find out what is the square number nearest to 210. 225. About 50. 50 definitely will be there. 50. 225 is 15. So 15 into either 14 or 16 will come. So therefore 15 into 14. 15 into 14 is equal to 210. So therefore this is n minus 1. So therefore the answer is 15. Therefore the answer is 15. The questions may be asking in two different ways. First way is how many handshakes will be taken place. Other question is this much hands taken place. What will be the number? Okay. So here the answer is 50. Next question is the number of positive integers. Question number 10. The number of positive integers which can be formed by using any number of digits. Any number of digits from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 without repetition is. Without repetition is. Okay. The number of positive integers which can be formed by using any number of digits. Any number of digits. So we have how many digits? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of positive integers can we make single digit integer, 2 digit integer, 3 digit integer, 4 digit integer, 5 digit integer, 6 digit integer also we can make. Out of this 6 numbers. Okay. So we have to calculate one by one. How many single digit number can we make? So this is single digit. So therefore there are 5 single digit numbers we can make. Okay. How many 2 digit number we can make? 2 digit number in the sense. So you have to take 2 line like that. 2 digits. The first digit, what are the possibilities you have to find out? 0 definitely will not come. If 0 comes here, definitely it will not be a 2 digit number. Therefore, definitely 0 will not come here. Therefore, what are the possibilities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 possibilities for the first digit. Next digit. How many possibilities? 0 may come. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 possibilities. But here, if you put 6 here, the number may be repeat. Suppose here is 1. Again, there are 6 possibilities. Again, 1 also may come here. So, with repetition, you have to take 6. Without repetition, so there are totally 6 numbers are there, 6 possibilities are there. But without repetition, only 5 possibilities. Because one number appeared already. Okay. So therefore, there are 25 two-digit numbers. There are 25 two-digit numbers. Then how many three-digit numbers? Three-digit numbers you have to calculate like that. Again, the first digit is 5. There are 5 possibilities. 0 will not come here. Then 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay. 6 minus 1 is 5. Then, okay, 3-digit number. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. Again, 5 minus 1 is 4. Or something like that. Okay. So, therefore, okay, 5 into 5, 25. 25 by 4, therefore 100 numbers. 100 numbers. Clear? Because here is 5 possibilities, only these 5. Next is 6 possibilities. 1 already appeared. Now you subtract it because of repetition, without repetition. Again, already 2 numbers appeared. Remaining out of 6, remaining minus 2. Therefore, remaining 4 numbers. There are 4 possibilities. Understood? So therefore, here 100. Similarly, you have to calculate 4-digit number. 4-digit number in the sense there are 4. So first one is 5. Second one is also 5 because 6 minus 1 is 5. The remaining, the 2 already came here. Therefore, remaining 6 minus 2, 4 is remaining. Therefore, here is 4. Then 3 number appears again 3. So therefore, 25, 100, 300. So here is also 300. 5-digit number. 5-digit number is similarly you have to calculate 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. So this is 100, 300, 600. 600 length. Okay. 6-digit number. 6-digit number is there likewise into 1, the same thing you will be getting it again 600 only. Because 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, again only 1. Multiply it, you will be getting the same. So therefore, if you add it, you will be getting 1630. You will be getting 1630. So therefore, the number of positive integers can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 without repetition. Suppose with repetition in the sense, what will happen with repetition? Here is 5, here is 6. Here is 5, here is 6, here is 6. Here is 5, 6, 6, 6. 5, 6, 6, 6, 6. You have to multiply all this. Okay. So therefore, so this is the part. The next question is, there are 10 persons among them 2 are brothers. Among them 2 are brothers. Among them 2 are brothers. The total number of ways in which these persons can be seated around a round table. Around a round table, so that exactly one person sits between the brothers is equal to what? Okay. So here here is the most important things, round table. So far we have seen that number of persons sitting in a row. Okay. So three things I am going to say that here. Number one is n number of persons are sitting in a row. The number of ways n number of persons are sitting in a row is n factorial. Sitting in a row is n factorial. Okay. Okay. Number two is the same n number of persons are sitting in a round table. That is nothing but round table. That is nothing but n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 factorial. Third thing is suppose we have n beads with different colors. The question is how many necklaces can be made from these n beads in different colors. So that is also beads. We are going to make necklace using these different colors of beads. That is nothing but n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. N minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Here, clockwise and sitting in a round table, clockwise and anti-clockwise are different. Suppose clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction are different combinations, different arrangements. But in necklace, no anti-clockwise, no clockwise. Understood? Because necklace is there. If you turn upside down, automatically it will come clockwise will become anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise will become a clockwise. For the same necklace, if you turn upside down, you will be getting the another thing. So both, but the same necklace. So therefore, here the clockwise and anti-clockwise are same. That's why there are two possibilities. Actually, we have to divide it by. Okay. So therefore, this is n factorial. This is n minus 1 factorial. This is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. So using the necklace and beads, you have to use this formula. Round table, this formula. Row, this formula. Okay. This is the concept, not formula. Then here, there are 10 persons. 2 are brothers. So 8 persons, 2 are brothers. The total number of ways in which these persons can be seated around a table, around a round table, so that exactly one person sits between the two brothers. This is brother 1, this is brother 2, here is only one seat. Okay, so therefore I can fix this brother 1 and brother 2. I can fix this. Okay, then here 8 brothers can be seated. Okay, so therefore 10 minus 2, remaining 7 brothers can be sit in a round table. So 8 brothers can be sit in a round table is 7 factorial raised because of the formula. 8%, 7 factorial. Okay, because n minus 1 factorial. This is fixed. Now it is a round table. Clockwise and anti-clockwise are different. Therefore, they can change themselves. B2 come here, B1 go there. Understood? So therefore, again there are how many ways they can change into 2 factorial. Understood? So the answer is very simple. Answer is 7 factorial into 2 factorial. 7 factorial into 2 factorial. The next question is, if the letters of the word Kuber are written in all possible written in all possible, and arranged it in a dictionary order. Arrange it in a dictionary order. In the dictionary order, then the range of the word kuber is, then the range of the order kuber is. Understand the question? Do you understand kuber? We can make it for if the letters of the word are written in all possible ways and arrange it in a dictionary order. Suppose this word can be arranged and it in a dictionary order means first you have to take B. Okay, dictionary order. The first letter is B. And you can write B and all possible numbers you can write. All possible number you can write. Then E. Then all possible order you can write. B, E, then the next letter is K. K. We need KU. Before that, KB is also there. KB, we go write all arrangements. KE also we can take all numbers. After that, KB, KE, after that only KU will come. After that only KU will come. So we have to see that how many arrangements starting with B, how many arrangements starting with E, how many arrangements starting with KB, then KE, then KU will come. So therefore, totally how many letters? 5 letter word. So therefore, start with B. What are the possibilities? The 4 letter will be changed. 4 letter will be changed. What are the ways? B, E, all combinations. So therefore, here 4 factorial. Here is 4 factorial. Here is also the same thing again 4 factorial. Okay. Here KB is there, KE is there, KR is also there, then only KU. Okay. So KB is nothing but how many arrangements? KB is fixed, remaining 3 factorial. 3 factorial is equal to here is 3 factorial. The similar thing here is also 3 factorial. Here is also 3 factorial. After finishing this KR, all other arrangements, then I am coming to KU. Then KU after B will come. B next order, next E, then R. The same alphabetical order. So therefore, what is the range? This is 20. This will come actually 24 arrangements. Here is 24 arrangements. Here is 6 arrangements. 6 arrangements. 6 arrangements. So therefore 24, 6, 6, 6. So therefore this is the next arrangement. So therefore 24 plus 24, 48, 48, 54, 60, 66. So therefore this will come in 67th place. This kuber will appear in 67th place. So therefore the range of the range is 67. The range is 67. So therefore the kuber is arranged in all possible ways. Then make it in a dictionary order. Definitely the word kuber will appear in 67th place. 67th place. Understood? So therefore this is the way. Okay. So therefore the answer is 67. Next question is a number locks. A number lock consists of 4 rings. Consists of 4 rings. Each ring consists of Each ring consists of 9 non-zero integers. 9 non-zero integers. Non-zero digits. Integers are digits. This lock can be opened by setting 4-digit code because of 4 rings. Setting 4-digit code. Setting 4-digit code with the proper combination of each of the 4 rings. Question is, maximum how many codes? Maximum how many codes can be formed to open the lock? Suppose we have a lock with 4 rings. What are the combinations we have to check? What are the combinations? There are 4 rings. So we have to set code with 4 digits. Each ring consisting of 9 digits. So here there are 9 possibilities. Here there are again 9 possibilities. Here there are again 9 possibilities. Here there are again 9 possibilities. Because digits may repeat. Because of lock, digits may repeat. because the ring is there, no 1 to 9 will be there. If you rotate it, 1 by 1 it will come. So therefore you can arrange 1 1 1 1 2, something like that. So therefore there are 9 power 4 combinations you should take. Okay, 9 power 4 number of trials you can check. 9 power 4 number of trials. Okay, so therefore maximum how many codes can be formed? So therefore maximum 9 power 4 codes can be formed to open the lock. Understood? The next question is, how many ways can 4 prices be distributed to 3 boys? If each boy is eligible for all the prizes. Totally there are 4 prizes, 3 boys. Okay, 3 boys. Out of 4 prizes, you have to distribute this into 3 boys. So therefore, you have to select 3 prize out of 4 prize. That 3 will be distributed to 3 boys. Okay. So therefore, simply I can take 4P3. Okay, sorry. This is 4 prizes. You have to select this is not permutation 4C3. Or otherwise, this is first boy, this is second boy, this is third boy. So the first boy, there are 4 possibilities. Either he can get first prize or second prize or third prize or fourth prize. So there are 4 possibilities. The second boy, there are only 3 possibilities. Suppose first prize is given to a first person, he will not get the first prize. So therefore here is 3. Therefore here is 2. Okay. So therefore 4 into 3 into 2. So therefore the answer is 24. Simply I can say that. Or otherwise we have to select 3 prices and distribute them. We have to select 3 prices and distribute them. Select 3 prices and distribute them. Therefore, this is nothing but 4C3. 4C3 is also nothing but, sorry, 4P, not like that. 3 prices. There are 4 prices. 4P3 will come actually. 4P3 in the sense will be getting 4, not like that. This is, yeah, 4P3. Yes. 4P3. Because 3 prices, the prices have order. Because prices will be P1, P2, P3 has order. Therefore, 4P3. 4P3 is nothing but 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial. So therefore 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now both the things are same. But simply you can take it. So therefore 3 boys, 4 prices. This is very easy way. 3 boys, 4 prices. The first boy, there are 4 chances. If the first boy either he can get to first prize or second prize or third prize or fourth prize. There are 4 chances. The second boy, suppose that person has got first, third prize, definitely that boy will not get that prize. So therefore 3, therefore 2, 4 into 3 into 2. This is very simple. So therefore you can take 4 into 3 into 2. Therefore 24 is there. The next question is the 15th question. A class photograph is to be taken. A class photograph is to be taken. The front row, a class photograph. In a class photograph. In a class photograph. The front row consists of. The front row consists of 6 girls. 6 girls who are sitting. 20 boys are. 20 boys are standing behind. 20 boys are standing behind. Okay. The 2 corner standing behind. The 2 corner positions are. The 2 corner positions are reserved. 2 corner positions are reserved for the 2 tallest boys. For the 2 tallest boys. 2 tallest boys. In how many ways? In how many ways? In how many ways can the students be arranged? Can the students be arranged? The thing is, this is front row, this is back row. Okay. Here there are 6 girls who are sitting here. Therefore, this is 6 factorial ways. Behind this row, this is a second row. Okay. Here there are 20 persons. Here there are 20 persons. The 2 corners, here is one tall person, here is one tall person. So the remaining 18 will be sitting here. So therefore here how many possibilities? 18 factorial. Only 18 factorial. And the tallest boys, you know, so they can change themselves. That boy will come here, that boy will come here. Okay. So therefore there are 2 arrangements. You know that this is 2 factorial. Understood? Front row there are 6 girls are sitting. So what are the possible ways? 6 factorial. Here, back row, there are 20 students, 20 boys. The corner, the tallest boys are standing, 2 tallest boys. So, okay, the remaining 18 persons only sitting in this remaining 18 chairs. Okay, row in this row. So therefore, definitely the possible ways is 18 factorial. So here they can change themselves, therefore 2 factorial. So ultimately there are two rows, this row and this row. Therefore 6 factorial into 18 factorial into 2 factorial. 6 factorial, 18 factorial into 2 factorial, which is the required answer for this question. Okay, understood. Next question is 10 different letters of alphabets are given. 10 different 10 different letters of alphabets are given words with 5 letters are formed from these given letters then the number of words which have at least one letter repeated. Which have at least one letter repeated is part. So very interesting and important also. There are 10 letters. L1, L2, L10. 10 letter word. We have to form the 5 letter words. So 10 these different letters are there. Okay. So suppose let us take 10P5 means, let us take 10P5 means the number of 5 letters, the number of 5 letters word can be formed out of 10 letters. Each letter of the word are distinct. Okay. Because the 10 letters are different. You have to select 5 letters. Because of different letters, all the 5 letter words are distinct letters. All the 5 letters were having distinct letters. But the question is the number of words which have at least one letter repeated. So then we have to find out, first we have to find out the number of 5 letter words which can be repeated. That is with repetition. So in this context, you will get all the combinations with repetition, without repetition also including that. Without any condition, you are going to select. First, there are 10 letters. I am going to form 5 letter word. Okay. So here there are 10 possibilities, because 10 different letters are there. Any one letter come here. Okay. Here, without repetition, definitely one letter will already came in the first place. Therefore, we should take 9. But with repetition, again I am taking 10 letter. Again I have the possibilities, 10 possibilities. Here is again the 10 possibilities. Here is again the 10 possibilities. Understood? So here, repetition is also there. Repetition without repetition is also there. Okay, so therefore this is without any condition, we can form this number of words. So therefore, the total number of 5 letter words can be formed. Is 10 power 5. 5. This consisting of the all 5-letter word combinations with repetition, without repetition also is there. If you take out the without repetition, the without repetition already I said this is 10p5. This is without repetition already I said. So this consisting of with repetition, without repetition also is there. So therefore 10 power 5 minus 10p5. This is nothing but the number of 5-letter words, the number of 5-letter words without repetition. The number of 5-letter word without repetition. Because this consists of with repetition and without repetition. So this is without repetition. You subtract it, you will be getting the with repetition, will be getting it. So therefore 10 power 5 minus 10p5, this will become 69760. 69760. Understood? So whatever we find the numbers, that is nothing but we are arranging 5 distinct objects from 10 distinct objects. This is most important. 10p5 means we are arranging 5 distinct objects from 10 distinct objects. So therefore, to use 10p5, all the things are distinct. Understood? The next question is, how many words can be formed? How many words can be formed by rearranging the letters of the word assent, such that A and T occupy the first and last places, first and last position respectively. Okay. So here assent is a word. A and T occupy the first and last position respectively, in the sense A comes definitely in the first place, T comes in the last place. This is fixed. What will be the answer? That 4 letters will be changing. 4 letters will be changing. How many ways? So simply 4 factorial. The answer is 24. That's all. Suppose occupy the first and last positions. Suppose respectively is not there. What will happen? A may come first place or T may come first place. I remove that respectively. Then what will happen? Here there are into 4 factorial into, suppose T may come here, A may go there, another 2 possibilities, therefore 2 factorial. So therefore this is nothing but 5. Okay. So respectively, this is most important. You have to see the questions very carefully. The next question is, in how many ways can 6 different rings can be worn on 4 fingers. On 4 fingers of one hand. So totally there are 6 rings. We have to wear these rings in 4 fingers only. So therefore we have to take 4 rings out of 6 rings. Whether it is combination or permutation, whether it is combination or permutation, definitely it is a combination. Okay, 4 rings. Out of 6, I am taking this 4. Today I am wearing. Next to 4, I am wearing. Next to 4, I am wearing. So therefore, this is definitely has no order. Therefore, definitely this is equal to 6C4. 6C4. So therefore, 6C4 is equal to 6 into 5 into 1 into 2. Therefore, 15 possibilities. Therefore, 15 ways only we can select this 4 rings out of 6 rings for wearing our 4 fingers. Okay. The next question is, from 6 men and 4 ladies a committee of 5 is to be formed. A committee of 5 is to be formed. In how many ways? In how many ways can this be done? Can this be done if the committee is to include at least one lady. So 6 men, 4 ladies. We have to form a committee consisting of 5. Okay. We have to form a committee consisting of 5. 5 from this men and this from this ladies. But at least one lady should be included in the committee. So therefore, definitely here 4C, 1 must be there, 1 lady must be there. So remaining, out of 6 men, we have to take that there are 5 members committee. Therefore, here is 1. Therefore, here is. This is one of the way. This is the committee. 4 members from men and 1 member from lady. Okay, and means int. So this is one kind of committee. R plus. 2 ladies may be there, at least 1 lady, 2 ladies also may be possible, therefore 4C2, and 2 ladies from 4 ladies, then the remaining 3 men we have to take it from 6 men, so therefore 6 men we have to take how many ladies? 3 ladies, 6C3 into 4C2. Another, or 3 ladies, 2 gents. 3 ladies, 2 gents. Or 4 ladies, 1 gents. 6-0. This is the combination. And means int, or means plus. That is most important. So 4 men, 1 lady committee. 4 men and 1 lady committee. That 1 lady from 4 lady. That 4 men from 6 men. Okay, so this is the possibilities. So if you calculate it, you will be getting 246. This is the way. Okay. The 28th question is, in how many ways a president, vice president, vice president, and water boy can be selected from a group of 10 people. Already the ring sum, there is no order, but here VP, water boy, president, it has an order. So therefore the answer is 10P3. That's all. We have to select 3%. We have to arrange 3% out of 10%. And because of president, vice president, water boy, we have an order. Understood? So therefore here is 10P3. In ring sum, what we have taken? 6C4 we have taken. Here is no order, here is order, so you have to be much careful on that. Okay. Next question is 21st question. In a hockey championship, there are 153 matches. The same sum already we have done it, I think. 153 matches played. Every two teams played one match with each other. One match with each other. The number of teams participating in the championship. The number of teams participating in the championship is here hockey championship. There are 153 matches. To play each match, we require two teams. Because of hockey championship, one match we require two teams. So therefore, there are totally 153 matches. Okay. How many teams will be there? You have to compare this question with the handshaken. Already we have done it, no? Handshaken. There are 10 members in a party. How many handshakens in a taken place? One handshake requires 2 persons. Now, one match requires two teams. Okay. So the same thing, the same situation, but there is a party of here is a match. There is a handshake and here is a match. That is the difference. So therefore, n into n minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 153. So therefore, n into n minus 1 equal to 2, 153. 153 is nothing but 306 or something like that. Okay. 153. Okay, 153. So therefore, what if you simplify it, you will be getting what? Suppose 18 into 19, what will happen? So something is wrong. So this is 153 matches. Something is wrong. 153 matches played. Every two teams played one match with each other. The number of teams participation in the championship. Number of teams they are asking. So therefore. Okay, so this is nothing but 153, not 153, therefore 128. 128, you take 128, you will be getting what? Some mistake in the problem. So therefore, 256. Okay, so therefore 18 into 50, 18 into 17. Okay, 36. 306. 306. 153. Okay, yes, it is right. 153 is right. 153. So this is nothing but 153. So therefore this is 306. Yes, it is right. So therefore we can take n is equal to 18 into 17. This is equal to 306. So therefore the answer is 8. Therefore the answer is 8 is right. 153 is right. So therefore 306. 18 into 17. 18 into 17 is equal to 306. Okay. 56, 5, 50, 20, 3. So therefore this. So therefore the same problem we have discussed. Then the next question is, in how many ways can 15 people be seated around two round tables with seating capacities of 7 and 8 people. 7 and 8 people. Okay. This is also important. So there are two round table. One seating capacity is 7, another is 8. Okay. There are totally 15 people are there. Okay. How many ways they can sit in their respective round table? Okay. First of all, we have to select 7 persons out of 15 persons. So therefore 15 C7. Automatically, if you select 7 persons, automatically 8 persons will be getting the 8 persons without any conditions. If you select 7 persons out of 15, you selected 7, so remaining 8 definitely will be there. Okay. For each 7, how many ways we can sit? 6 factorial ways. Now because 7 persons will be sitting in a round table is nothing but 7 minus 1 factorial. Already you have seen that. So here there are, if you select the 7, automatically you will be getting 8. Therefore here 7 factorial. 8 means 7 factorial. So for each 7, 6 factorial and 7 factorial you will be getting for each 7. Another 7 we will be getting 6 factorial. 7. Another 7, 6 factorial is 7 factorial. So therefore, what are the possible number of 7s? 15C7. So therefore, the answer is 15C7. The answer is 15C7 into 6 factorial into 7 factorial Here, if you select only one 7, you will be getting automatically 8. Okay. So for each 7, you will be getting only 8. For each 7, therefore, there are sitting in 6 factorial into 7 factorial. Because there are two round tables. Understood? So therefore, the answer is 15C7 into 6 factorial into 7 factorial. Okay. How many ways can 10 letters be posted in 5 post boxes? 5 post boxes if each of the boxes can take more than 10 letters. Okay. So So there are three boxes. There are three boxes. Okay. There are 10 letters are there. There are 10 letters are there. There are three boxes. Okay. So how many boxes? 5 boxes. 3, 4, 5 boxes. Each box, how many possibilities? 10 letters. So they are not saying that none of the boxes will be empty. They are not saying that none of the boxes will be empty. Understood? So therefore, each box there are 10 possibilities. Here 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 there are 10 possibilities. Understood? So therefore, the total number of possibilities is so therefore 10 power 5. Therefore, the 10 power 5 ways these 10 letters be posted in 5 boxes. 5 boxes. Therefore, answer is 10 power 5. Next question is, how many integers greater than 999 greater than 999 but not greater than 4000 can be formed with the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 if repetition of digits is allowed. If repetition of digits is allowed. If repetition is allowed. So greater than 99, the sense from 1000 to 4000. From 1000 to 4000 using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So therefore, first of all, I am going to find out 1000 to 3999 up to 3999 I have to calculate because the 4 digit numbers here 1000 to 3999 only. If I take 4 here, above 4000 also will come. So therefore I am taking up to 3999. So the first letter, the possibilities of the first digits are 1, 2, 3 only. 3 possibilities. 1 may come, 2 up to 3 possibilities. 4 will not come. Okay. Then the second digit, everything will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities. Okay. Repetition is allowed. 5 possibilities. And again 5 possibilities. Again 5 possibilities. Okay. So therefore, here is 3000 to 3999, 4 digit number. Here is 5. Here is 5. Here is 5. Here is 5. So totally you will be getting 5 into 5, 25, 125, 375 possibilities are 375 numbers are there. And one more number 4000. Therefore 375 plus 1 which is equal to 375 plus 1 which is equal to 376. So therefore total number of numbers possible is 376. Okay. Or otherwise we can calculate 1000 to 2000, 1000 to 2000, 1000 to 1999, 2000 to 2999 like this. Both the things will be same. Next question is, in how many different ways, in how many different ways can the letters of the word detail be arranged in such a way that the vowels occupy only the odd positions. Only the odd positions. Vowel occupies odd positions. So in the word detail, there are three vowels: A, E, I. Three vowels, three consonants: D, T, L. D, T, A, I, E. The letters totally are 6 letters. Okay, totally 6 letters. Okay, here arranged in such a way that the vowels occupy only the odd places. First place, third place, fifth place vowels. Okay, then the second place, fourth place, sixth place are consonants. So therefore, there are three vowels occupy in three places. Simply 3 factorial. So the consonants also occupy in the even places. Again 3 factorial. Therefore, the answer is the 3 factorial into 3 factorial. So therefore, 6 into 6, which is equal to 36. 6 into 6 is equal to 36. Okay. I think stop.